Hello everyone, welcome to Rajeshwari's Commerce and Management Study Hub. I am Rajeshwari here. If you see in my previous video, we have understood the GST, introduction to the GST. Then we have understood what is supply under GST, registration, compensation. Now let us understand value of supply. Why we need to understand this value of supply? What is the importance of this value of supply? Now if you see, government is imposing the GST, right? In order to impose the GST, what is the logical, the meaning of GST? As per the Constitution of India, the meaning of GST is a tax on what? Goods, service, or both. And there should be a taxable event called supply. Then only government can impose the GST. Now, taxable supply. Taxable supply should be there, and it should be taken out by the taxable person. Taxable person. Who is taxable person that we have understood? Who is liable to pay the tax GST? What is the limit and all we have understood? There should be a value. There should be a value. On that value only, rate of GST will be decided, right? How you will decide the rate? On what supply you are doing and what is your value of the supply. On that supply only rate will be decided. If you go to goods and services HSN list, you will get a rate for each goods and service, whatever you have provided. Now, how to determine this value? How to determine the value? See, section 15. Section 15 guides us for this to determine the value of supply. There are various subsections of section 15. We were going to understand. Now let us see. GST is a tax payable on ad valorem basis and calculated as a percentage of value of supply. Percentage on what? Value of supply. And determining this value is crucial because this will guide us whether CGST, SGST, UTGST, and IGST, what you have to impose. Now, the section 15 comes under the CGST Act, Chapter 4 of the CGST Rule 2017. This provision, this section guides us to find out the value of supply in the various circumstances. You're going to study the various circumstances. If you see the structure of section 15, the overall structure of section 15 for the value of supply, we have section 15 subsection 1, section 15 subsection 4, section 15 subsection 5. Section 15 subsection 2 is also there. Now, supply made solely for the price in money to unrelated person. Section 15.4 deals with the supply made non-monetary consideration, part of monetary and part of non-monetary consideration, or to the related person. 15 section subsection 5 supply specified category of goods or services that we are going to understand. Here in the 15 subsection 1 tells unrelated person. Let us understand in detail about each section. Section 15, subsection 1. What is the value of supply of goods, services, both? It will be called as the transaction value. Transaction value. and which is price actually paid or payable, which you have actually paid or payable. For this, the supplier of goods or service or both supplier and the recipient of supply are not related. They are unrelated, unrelated persons, and price is the solo consideration. That means completely in the form of money. The transaction value becomes your value of supply, and the transaction value of supply is price you have actually paid or payable, and the persons are not related. Persons are not related. That will be called as your transaction value. See, here we have one example. Here a supplier is there. Supplier is in Mumbai, A, and B is in Delhi. 1 lakh per laptop, 100 laptops he have sent, and they are not related person. Price per laptop is the only consideration. And see, because A and B are not related, the price is the solo consideration. What will be my transaction value? My transaction value is 1 lakh per laptop. 1 lakh per laptop. Remember what the section 15 subsection 1 says? Person, you should have a value of supply of goods, service, or both. It will be called as a transaction value, and the transaction value will be a price which you have actually paid or payable, and it is between the unrelated person. They are not related person, and price is the solo consideration. Price is the solo consideration. Now, section 15 subsection 2, the value of supply shall include, shall include. See, in the 15 subsection 1 you have taken only whatever the consideration you have paid. Now here the price whatever you have paid, plus you have addition to it. You have addition to it. What are those additions? Any tax, duties, cess, fees, and charges which are levied by law for time being in force other than SGST Act, UTGST Act, any GST compensation to state act. Other than GST, any other taxes if you have paid, then that will be added. That will be added, then that is called your value of supply. You are adding to it. 15 to 15 subsection 2 what tells what? You have an addition to it. You have a transaction value, and to that you have addition. Addition of any taxes you have paid other than GST. Any amount that supplier is liable to pay in relation to such supply, but which has been incurred by the recipient, which has been incurred by the recipient of supply and not included in the price actually you have paid or payable for the goods or services both. See, example, you have collected automobile dealer car you have sold to the recipient, you have supplied car to the recipient. 15 lakh you have collected car value. For that TCS also you have charged. TCS also you have charged. We will file a income tax return, ITR, tax liability, and from that tax liability TCS will be deducted. If you don't have tax liability also, still you can get a refund of whatever TCS. That TCS is not actually a nature of tax. That actually is not a nature of tax, and it should not be added. It should not be added. Okay. Then Incidental expenses, including commission, packing charges, any other supply charges if you have paid, that should be added. Interest, late fee, penalty for delayed payment, for any consideration for any supply, it should be included. Subsidies directly linked to the price, excluding subsidy provided by the central government and state government. So these are the which we are including. Let us understand one by one each detail. Now, what is the first circular says? The first circular is tax other than CGST, GST and CGST compensations as any GSTs. TCS under income tax, whatever you have paid, that is not included. Just now I have given an example of car dealer, right? So that is TCS is not a nature of tax, that is not included. Then payment made to the third party by the recipient on behalf of the supplier. On behalf of the supplier. See, there is a event manager. There is an event manager. The event manager event organized one marriage function, wedding. In event marriage, that includes the decoration, food, everything, right? In the food, that food whatever they are giving, ice cream also included, right? But that ice cream, he was given order to the another third party. He has given order for the ice cream to the third party. He has come and he has done his duty, and he said, the event manager, please pay money to me immediately. The event manager said, no, I don't have money, I'll pay later. But this third party is not agreeing. Then what this recipient has done, recipient said, see, this is my marriage, I don't want any conflicts, any problems, issues here, I will pay you. He paid the amount to the ice creamer, uh, third party vendor, ice cream vendor. He paid. Now, after all the marriage, he is making payment. The recipient is making payment to the event manager. Now, event manager said it is total is 10 lakh, but I will minus 50,000. 50,000 you have paid to the third party, that ice cream vendor, so that I will minus, pay me 9 lakh 50,000. In transaction value, you can't take it 9 lakh 50,000. You have to take it 10 lakh. You have to take it 10 lakh. That is the meaning of this. Okay. Then any incidental expenses, I already said, any commission, packing charge, inspection, certification, installation charge, payment, everything should be added. Okay. Then subsidies linked with the price. Now, example, any subsidy if you received from central government, state government, then you are not including it. But the one NGO, they said you are issuing a notebook, or you are selling a notebook of per book 50 rupees. The NGO said, see, sell the book at 30 rupees or 35 rupees. You said no because you want profit also. The NGO said, don't worry, the remaining 50 rupees I will pay. 15 rupees I will pay. The value of supply comes 50 only. The value of book come 15 only. That is, any subsidy which is linked to the price should be added, considered. So that is about the section 15 subsection 2. So what is section 15.1? 15.1 is, there should be a supply unrelated person, and price is the solo consideration. Second, with the transaction value, you have to add any duties if you have collected, or any incidental expenses, or any uh, subsidies directly linked to the price, you have to add. And any third party if you have paid on behalf of the your supplier, then you have to add that also. Now, what is section 15 subsection 3 says? Section 15 subsection 3 says the value of supply shall not be included any discount. Shall not be included any discount which is given before or at the time of supply. Before or at the time of supply. After the supply have been affected, if any such discount is established in terms of an agreement. See, let us understand this. Supply discount, the recipient will get a discount. Now, the discount is divided into two: pre supply discount, post supply discount. Is it clear? Pre supply discount, post supply discount. At the time of giving the supply, at the time of giving the supply, you have mentioned in the invoice. You will go for shopping often, no? You, if you purchase 5,000, they will give 500 rupees of discount on net value. That is the pre-supply discount that will be included. Post-supply discount, whatever you make supply discount, supply at the time of supply you are not giving it. But see, example, if you take industries, supplier will supply the raw materials. There is a practice of credit system. They will take after 3 months credit period, 1 month, 2 months. It is as per the organization. Now, whatever post supply discount you are giving after 1 month, for that should be excluded. But there are some agreement conditions. If you are giving a post supply discount, then agreement, what is that? Such discount established in terms of agreement. There should be an agreement at the time of supply. At this time of supply. And the discount should be calculated invoice wise. The discount should be calculated invoice wise. Bulk, if you take bulk invoice like B2B, B2B, then it will not be considered. Then recipient should reverse the proportion of ITC. Recipient should reverse the proportionate ITC. Now you are a supplier. You supplied as your recipient 10 lakh. In tax invoice, 10 lakh you mentioned, 1.8 lakh of GST, total 11 lakh 80,000. Now he will get, the supplier recipient also get 1 lakh 80,000 of ITC. And at the after 1 month he paid you 1 lakh. You told you will give a discount. You have to issue a credit note on 18,000. On 18,000. Now 1 lakh 18,000. He has to credit note, reverse the 18,000. On output tax credit, he will get 18,000, the supplier also. Is it clear? Then, if there is no agreement, if there is no agreement, discount cannot be reduced from the value of supply. From the value of supply. Credit note will get, only they will get a benefit if the financial credit note or commercial credit note is given, benefit in the reduction in the value. In the GSTR one, it will not be declined. It is not be declined. And there is one more option, no claim bonus. No claim bonus. Now, insurance company, you have taken one vehicle insurance in the year 2025, but you have not paid a single premium also. But in the year 2026, you thought to renew your insurance. See, premium you said you will pay. Now, you're whenever you are renewing, you are paying a premium, insurance premium. It was 50,000. What the insurance company said, because you are paying all the premium together, will give no claim bonus. no claim bonus of rupees 5,000. That 5,000 is eligible, and only 45,000 will be considered for the GST. Only 45,000 now. So, other provisions. We have section 15, subsection 4. Now, here, the value of supply of goods, service, both you cannot determine under subsection 1, and same shall be determined in such a manner as may be prescribed. As may be prescribed means section 1 means here, if you made any solo consideration money between unrelated person, again it is repeating section 15(1), right? The value cannot be determined if under section subsection 1, then value will be determined in the prescribed manner as per the CGST rule 2017. Section 15 subsection 5, not witnessing any contained subsection 1 or 4, then the value of such supply will be notified by the government, and the recommendation of council shall be determined in such prescribed manner. So what is means? It means any certain category of supply will not be notified by the government on the recommendation of the GST council. For those notified supply, value of supply will be determined in the prescribed manner, even if the conditions subsection 1 or 4 are met. It is about the section 15 subsection 4, section 15 subsection 5. So value of supply. I hope all of you understood the value of supply. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.